Just waiting to be able to go live here on Instagram. There we go. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to Live with Heather Vickery. I'm Heather Vickery. We were not together last week because I was in Germany with my daughter. We went to see Taylor Swift. It was a really fun experience. I'll tell you all about it. I've been dropping videos on TikTok and a few on Instagram. We had floor seats, so standing, but that was a lot of fun. For those of you that are new, I'm so glad you decided to join us today. Today's topic is reclaiming your power. And I'm actually going to talk about Bridgerton. I'm going to talk about Penelope Featherington and what it looks like to reclaim your power, and also how important it is to prioritize your own joy when it comes to reclaiming your power, or maybe claiming it even, for the very first time. My work is all around helping you embody joy and pleasure in your life, no matter what. If you are a spiritual entrepreneur and a conscious leader, which most of my clients are, to check off all the boxes and follow all the rules, and I'm anti-rule anyway, and get to a point where we want to build our lives and our leadership from a place instead of what we think we're supposed to be doing. And I love helping people no matter who you are or where you are or what you do. I love helping people learn to build that by prioritizing and embodying joy and pleasure and play on your own terms. See, the thing is, everything's better when we do that. We are stronger, we are healthier, we are good leaders, guides, mentors for others. We have to be hard to be good. It doesn't have to be painful to be worth it. You can enjoy the process. You can make things. It's one of the reasons that we do joyful experiments in all of my products, services, and containers. It's one of the reasons that we do gratitude experiments. This is all about learning what's best for you, what feels good for you, what's aligned for you. How many times have you just thought, well, if I could just shove a little more play in, if I could shove a little more joy in, if I could find more happiness, but you aren't going to find it. You have to create it. You have to create it. So I want to help you embody that. I want to help you do that. We can do that in lots of different ways. You can do it by subconscious reprogramming inside the Spark Collective, which is an $18 a month membership that I have with awareness and knowing, and prioritize yourself. Once a month, I drop beautiful content. It's all designed to be consumed in 10 minutes or less, and it's all here to help you prioritize yourself. Give yourself time and space to create happiness and joy and love and confidence from the inside. The 6-call session Mind Shift Mastery, right? So we take combining your human design, what we know to be true about you based on your human design, and then all of the societal bullshit, all of the stories that society has always told you, all of that, and we rewire you on a subconscious level through NLP, hypnosis, EFT tapping, time techniques, all sorts of really, really cool things. I bring all of those things into every container that I have. And actually, starting at the here at the end of the month, I am opening the doors to the Alchemy Incubator, which is a 10-person maximum cohort. It is for successful spiritual entrepreneurs and creative leaders who are done building. They want to get out of the building your business phase and into the building yourself phase. This is about building yourself up, building your life the way you want, building joy into everything that you do, and being a high aligned, conscious leader on your own terms, because you were born to be joyful. You deserve to prioritize rest and play. These shouldn't be afterthoughts, right? They shouldn't be afterthoughts. They're here for you. You deserve them. You were born worthy of deserving them. And I don't want you to forget that. I want you to remember it. I want you to always, always remember it. However you have to do that. So today's topic is a lesson in radical responsibility and reclaiming your power. And I'd like to actually talk about everyone's favorite new Bridgerton, Penelope Featherington, for this series. And I just think she's amazing. And so let's talk about from the very beginning. Lady Whistledown was specifically designed for Penelope to gain a little leverage, to have a little power in a world that left no power, no choices. The power that women did have then, and we still see this problem right now, is power you could manipulate sexually, right? You could do that kinds of things. And years ago, I watched the TV series Reign with my daughter. Have you guys seen this? Reign, as in the reign of a queen, follows Mary Queen of Scots and her marriage to Francis of France. And it was a very violent show. It was a very sexually explicit show. I didn't realize that. We did a lot of covering her eyes during the show, but it was a beautiful show. And there was a lot of women using sexuality for power. And I had a great conversation with my kiddo about this because this is how we've gotten where we are, right? It used to be the only option. That used to be the only way women could gain any power at all, was through feminine wiles, right? Through using her body. And it's hard to unwind, challenging, right? You sure wouldn't hurt you to smile. You sure would look prettier if you smiled. How many times have we heard that, right? We want to gain our power back. Lady Whistledown was about gaining power, right? And she didn't always wield that power well, but finally she had some. And when you taste a little power and you haven't had any before that, it's really hard to let it go. It's really hard to let it go because power is a powerful drug, right? Now, here's the thing. When I talk about taking radical responsibility, what I'm saying to you is that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that when you take radical responsibility for yourself, instead of blaming everyone around you, the situation, uh, society, all of that, when you choose to be the center of responsibility for everything that's happening in your life, good or bad, happy or sad, successful or learning opportunity, when you choose to look at all of that and from a perspective of this is what I did to get myself into this situation, this is what I can do about it, everything shifts and changes. Ownership of radical self responsibility changes the game. That's how you reclaim your power. It's how Penelope Featherington regained her power, right? She was so scared. She was scared of being found out. Well, then she was found out, right? She decided to step up. Yes, this is me. Yes, I made these choices, and some of them were not the right choices, but I made them for these reasons. And here's why I'm not backing down. And here's why I'm not quitting. And here's why I'm not giving up. Because we want to be heard. We deserve to be heard. And I can use this power for good. Radical self responsibility changes everything. It is how you gain power. What it also does is it helps you release the notion that everybody else is in control of you and your life and your choices, because they are not. The only one in control of you is you. The only one you can change is you. The only thing you can do is control how you choose to show up for a situation, react, respond, behave, your choices, your thoughts, your beliefs. You are the one that has ultimate power over all of that. You are the only one. Now, you may give away that power on occasion. You may invite other people to have a say. Maybe that's good. Maybe it's not. I don't know. You may invite other people to drive the bus of your life, to be the main character in your life, but I'm urging you to not do that. I'm urging you instead to yourself, prioritize your joy, prioritize your well-being, prioritize your alignment, and know that you will then show up into the world as a much healthier, stronger person. You will be more successful. You will be more capable of caring for the people that you want to care for. You will be stronger spiritual entrepreneurs, stronger conscious leaders. You will be on the forefront of shifting the way the world is changing. And folks, the world is changing. The world is changing fast. And sometimes we feel like it's skyrocketing backwards. I understand that. I really do, because I often feel that way. But you look at what's happening, the nominee and Kamala Harris stepping up, and as long as we all show up to vote, this woman is going to be the next president of the United States. We feel hope again for the first time in so long. We feel like we could ride the coattails of something new and exciting, but we have to take responsibility for ourselves. Like, this is how things went bad in 2016, right? Is we were hopeful and we were excited, but we didn't think that our voice mattered. We didn't campaign. We didn't show up. A lot of us stayed home. I didn't, but a lot of people did, right? We can't do that now. We have to take radical responsibility for whether or not this American experiment is successful at this stage in 2024. You're responsible for how you show up at this time in the world. You are responsible for whether you are perpetuating the bullshit narrative of what it means to be successful, or whether you are going to rewrite it on your own terms in ways that light you up so that you can show hope and possibility. You are responsible for prioritizing joy and peace in your life so that you know you can be strong and healthy and show up in all the ways that you want to. You are responsible for setting boundaries and being clear about what's for you and what isn't for you, and what you're willing to do and what you aren't willing to do. You are responsible for letting other people know what's acceptable and unacceptable to you. You are responsible for your choices, your actions, your thoughts, and your behaviors. And when you take that radical responsibility, you reclaim your own power, and it changes everything. This doesn't have to be overwhelming. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to take a lot of time. It could be all sorts of different ways. I like to offer lots of options, right? In the Spark Collective, $18 a month, you can come and do thoughtful, intuitive journal prompts and community and connection. You can do guided EFT tapping, meditation, visualization, hypnosis, all of these wonderful ways for you to show up for yourself in short bursts at low cost, low barrier to entry. Or you can apply to be in the Alchemy Incubator, which is a 12-month hands-on, joy embodied experience, because it's time to move beyond building a business and into building yourself. That's only for 10 people, right? But there are so many ways. There are so many ways you can do it. There are so many people who want to help you do it, help you thrive, help you succeed. I am one of them, but there are others, and I would be delighted to build this community together, to grow up together. When you take radical responsibility for yourself, your thoughts, your actions, your choices, and your behaviors, you reclaim your power. Use that tool, use that resource anywhere and everywhere that you can. Use it to help elect President Kamala Harris. Use it to speak up, to stand up, to say no, to say yes. Use it to take up space, to own your power. Use it to be a better, kinder, more aligned caregiver. Use it to be a better conscious leader who helps other people see possibility and hope for themselves because they see you doing it. Think about those leaders who say, oh, we really want you to take your vacation time, but they never do. Or we want to make sure you leave at 5, but they stay until 8 or 9 or 10, right? That sets a precedence for not doing that. You get to be a different kind of leader if you want to be. You get to be a joyful leader. You get to be a leader that prioritizes radical responsibility and ownership and power from the inside out. But you have to say yes, and you have to pick it. Are you ready to pick it? Are you ready to do that? Are you ready to prioritize your joy as a conscious leader? Are you ready to unwire all of the ways you've always been told it has to be and it should be, and rewire it in a way that feels so fucking good you can't stand it? like that hurts so good kind of way, right? Think about Penelope Featherington. Just think about her again. That last conversation with her husband, Colin, where she said, I'm prepared to give you an annulment. I'm prepared to walk away from this because I am not prepared to walk away from myself anymore. I will not walk away from myself anymore. And I hope that you will stop walking away from yourself. Hope that you will show up for yourself in magical, beautiful ways, prioritizing play and pleasure and rest, embodying joy on every level. I'm so grateful to be here with you. I'm going to pull a Create Brave card. These are a deck of manifestation cards here designed to help you, look at what you're creating in life from a unique perspective. I co-created these cards with my friend Rachel Swanson. She's an amazing human being. I love her to bits and pieces. And so when you see this card and you hear this word, what I want you to do is think to yourself, what does this mean to me in my current circumstances? What do I know to be true when I think about this? How can I make this work for me? These are fun. I always just shuffle until the card that the universe wants me to have, it says, and here it is. It's about right. Journey. I am in process. I trust that my path will be made clear. Journey. I love that. The card that I pull is inevitably always the perfect card for whatever the topic is for that day. This is a journey. You are on a journey. You are on a journey and it is a process. And you aren't going to know all of the answers all the time because you're not supposed to. And also, the answers could change. Lots of things can be true at once. There are so many ways for you to grow and love and support yourself, for you to take radical responsibility for yourself and to reclaim your power. There are so many ways. So many things can be true at once. And it is always about the journey and not the destination. We're never going to get there because as soon as you get there, you're growing into a whole new version of you. You're a different version of you every day when you wake up, and you have choices every day. You don't have to repeat behaviors that don't serve you. You can try something new. You could say, what's possible if I did this instead? If I tried something different? What's possible if? What's possible if you take radical responsibility for your journey, for yourself on this path? What's possible if you choose to stand in your power? What's possible if you said yes to yourself and prioritized 10 or 15 minutes a day, just a couple days a week for you? What's possible if you joined the Alchemy Incubator and gave yourself an entire year focused on embodying joy and prioritizing pleasure in your life as a business leader, as an owner? What's possible? How exciting is that? How exciting is it to imagine so many different paths that could work for you, that could fit you? When you let go of what you think you know for sure and instead say, that might be true, but also this could be true and that could be true and this could be true. So let me find out. Let me put myself out there. Ready, fire, aim instead of ready, aim, fire. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to try this. I'm going to expand. I'm going to explore. And then let's see what the fuck happens and then recalibrate and try again. That's what resilience is. And I believe in you. And these are crazy times, folks. That's why the Spark Collective content drop for this month for July is all about inner calm amongst outer chaos. Like, how are you staying calm and supporting yourself and trusting the universe when everything feels chaotic around you? I believe in you. I am your biggest fan. I really do. We don't have a live show next week because I am going on a road trip with one of my daughters. We are road tripping to Key West. Wish me luck because I don't really love being in the car for very long. And we're going to be in the car for days and days and days. But she and I are going to have a good time together. And this is me embodying joy. This is me trying new things, being experimental, and saying yes to connection and love and pleasure and joy. How are you going to do that? How are you inviting connection and love and pleasure and joy into your life? Drop me a comment. Send me a DM. Send me an email. Let me know. And if you're curious about one of those 10 spots in the Alchemy Incubator, specifically for spiritual entrepreneurs and conscious leaders, this particular program is very, very special. So for 9 months, we have 3 calls a month, a hypno breathwork call, a mastermind call, a hot seat coaching, a dedicated and embroiled community. And we have 2 retreats. The first one at the 6-month mark is going to be a working retreat in Chicago, which is here where I live. After the 9 months, we move into 3 months of integration where you still have coach on call support and we have monthly integration community calls. But at the end of those 12 months, we are going to Portugal together because we are embodying retreats. We are embodying joy in the retreat form. Retreats are an incredible way to love yourself, to support yourself, to gift yourself. They are a beautiful experience. It is a 12-month joy embodying experience for conscious leaders and spiritual entrepreneurs. And there are only 10 spots available. So if you are interested in one of those spots, let me know. Drop a comment. We'll start promoting the early bird pricing for that next week. And I can't wait to share it with all of you. But if you want early details, send me a message. I would be delighted to share them with you. It's a really special event. It's a really special program. I worked hard to build it in a way that it would check so many boxes. It brings in human design. It brings in NLP, subconscious reprogramming, EFT, hypnosis. It brings in success coaching. It brings in all of these experiments and experiences and things that we've been doing together and learning together and all of the certifications that I have in a way that is so unique. And I'm really proud of it. I'm really excited to be on this journey. So I hope that you are going to choose yourself today. I hope you're going to choose yourself bravely today. And I would love to hear how you're doing that. All right. So for now, I'm going to go. I'm going to thank you all for being here. It is such a pleasure and a joy to spend time with you. Hi to everyone who showed up over on Instagram. I see there were a ton of you. Brian, my love, thank you. He says, good show. I appreciate that. Brian comes every single time I do a live show. It is nice to have friends that love you and show up for you. I'm grateful for all of you. You guys, thanks so much. I will see you in a couple weeks, but I'll be around if you want to say hi. I'll be sharing a little bit of our journey through Instagram stories. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you can pop over and do that and you'll hear all about it. And yeah, choose yourself bravely today. Okay. Bye, guys.